Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to day 6 of my Spellbinders June 2026 All Clubs Create series. Friends, today has been a mission to get this video done. I got up extra early to record because I had a few errands to run today. So I got out my press and foil of the month, which is Hibiscus Bloom. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna foil it. Look how pretty these flowers are. So I grabbed my glimmer machine. I grabbed the foil that came with a club, which is this matte gold glimmer foil. And I was just ready to go. And I started making it. I was talking and sharing, and guess what? I turned on the camera for a minute, had to stop because a couple of the grandkids showed up. Then when I came in to finish, I didn't turn the camera back on. So here's what I made with my glimmer. So I made this one using these pattern papers from Tonic. It's, I think, alcohol ink backgrounds. And I glimmered on those, so pretty. And then with a negative piece of the foil, I glimmered that onto a different piece of that pattern paper from that same paper pack. I wasn't 100% thrilled with how it came out because I had some overfoiling on this one. And I don't know what it is with my machine, but I think it might have been that I used pattern papers. The machine actually foiled and pressed so hard when I ran it through my platinum that I don't know if I can show you. Let's see if I can take it off. Gently take it off. I'm trying. Can you see? It pressed the image, it's hard to tell. There you go. Through to the back. Not only did it press it through to the back, friends, it ended up imprinting that image on one of my plates. So, in fact, let me grab it and show it to you. And I tried cleaning it off, but that was a no-go. Check it out. Can you see? So I will forever have the Hibiscus Bloom on my plate here. And this is from the back of the pattern paper. For some reason, I don't know if it was the kind of pattern paper, it was more of a smooth texture. I don't know if it was thicker, but the back part of the paper imprinted with the plate image and sentiment onto my glimmer plate. But it is what it is. I didn't hit record, so you didn't even see all of that happening. But then I thought, well, I'm going to record again. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to glimmer. I'm going to better press this time. Now let me show you. I decided to make a full set of cards. So I made a set of cards. You'll see here they're different colors. And I better pressed using different ColorWheel cardstock colors. So this one is Tutu, and I used my distress inks. So for this I used picked raspberry, and for my matte layer here I just went over directly on my card base with some of that same distress ink, so the picked raspberry. So that was the one using Tutu. This one I used coral and ripe persimmon. For this next one, I pulled in beeswax, I think. Yeah, beeswax. And I used wild honey. So you'll see it's kind of a tone on tone that I did with my better press. This one, I used peridot, and my distress ink that I used is Twisted Citron. And looking back, I probably should have gone with a darker green, but it is what it is. Let me see if you could tell. Let me turn this light away for a minute. See if that helps. There you go. That might help a little. But in person, you can see it. Then for this next one, I used, oh, what was it? I want to say I used Waterfall. Yeah, I used Waterfall and Cracked Pistachio. Then for my blue, I brought in Breeze. Is it Breeze or Malibu? Breeze. Breeze and Salty Ocean. So we're going to make our purple card together. So I have my plate already on my better press. I have it kind of aligned how I want it. And then here I have a sticky mat. It's a Sizzix sticky mat that I leave on here so that this will grab a hold of my cardstock and I don't have to worry about taping the corners. So here I'm just following the guides, and then I will flip this part over, press down gently so that I don't move my press and foil plate or sentiment. So here it is. See, it sticks on here, no problem. For this one, I decided to use Shaded Lilac. And so I'm just going to go ahead and add that. I'm kind of just rubbing it on here because the first time with my pink card, I was pouncing like this and I had to press it 2 or 3 times to get a good color on there. So with the next few, I tried this and it worked out a little bit better. So kind of gently so I don't push so hard that I move the plate around, especially with the sentiment, because the sentiment is so small that I could move it or nudge it when I'm putting ink on it. Okay, and making sure I got it everywhere. Okay, let's get this on here. So today will be shorter video since I didn't do such a good job of recording my glimmering portion. Okay, then this I'll run through my Platinum 6. So let me bring that in, and I'm just going to run it through once. Okay, and we'll take a peek at how this turned out. Look how pretty. So I think I might go over the sentiment portion one more time and do one more press because I don't think it went on there dark enough on one section. I could be wrong and it could look just fine the way it is, but that's the great thing about the Better Press too. You can re-ink up your plate and send it through your Platinum 6 again, and it will be in the same spot. Okay, let's take a peek. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So I'll set this aside because I'll clean that once we're done. And I'll pull this off ever so gently. And then what I did was I just grabbed one of my rectangle dies from my stash, and I'm going to cut this out. So let me cut this and I'll be right back. All right, there it's die cut. Then I'm going to get some foam tape. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, I bought this package of foam tape that were different colors. I wanted to see how well they worked, and I like that that kind of is camouflaged behind that colored cardstock. So for my other cards, I used coordinating colors for whatever cardstock I used. I used that coordinating foam tape. Oh my goodness. End of the day, and I ended up babysitting after all, and then I had to pick up a different grandchild that I hadn't planned on, and oh, it's just been a busy day. So let's get my abundance of foam tape here, and that's a me thing. I just like to add a lot of foam tape behind a full panel so that it doesn't dip, especially in the middle. Okay, that should be enough. And let me show you. Here's my other colors. So, and I also have black and white, and I think I have a brighter pink, a nice variety of colored foam squares. I'll link to those in the description box, as well as to the distress inks I've used and the ColorWheel cardstock, all the fun goodies. So before I add this to my card base, I want to add that matte layer like I did on the previous ones. So this is all I did, friends. At first I thought I would try ink blending, but I don't have time for that today. So I just did this. And it worked because, you know, sometimes when you don't have color of cardstock that you need, get out your inks and, you know, just do ink blending or ink smooshing or whatever it is you need doing. And see, it coordinates with the ink I used for the Better Press. So I'll just get these release papers off and we'll get this attached, and that will complete my set of cards using this month's press and foil. And I'm really glad I decided to make a set. As I mentioned, my daughter attends this Polynesian dance class, and she had mentioned the idea of me making a bunch of the stenciled cards that I made for day one. But I think in addition to those, I'm going to send these, and that way whatever sells, she can use to pay for her class. Okay, let's get this attached and hopefully centered. And I don't press down right away till I kind of make sure I've got it where I want it. Yep, and I shifted the whole thing. Let me fix that. Oh no. Well, of course, on my last card I mess up, so let me try that again. Because when I'm not on camera is when I don't make the boo-boos. When I'm on camera, that's when I make all my boo-boos. All right, so what do you think, friends? Let me show them all to you. So I have my rainbow of colors here, all with the press and foil plate, and I did better pressing for this. And look how pretty they turned out. Isn't that pretty? Now I thought briefly about adding some gems to it, but you know, I decided against it. I just wanted the image to shine on its own, and I think it does. Now don't forget to stick around for day 7 tomorrow, and I only have the 2 embossing folders left to play with, friends, so it'll be one of those 2 folders tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.